In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NHL games happening on January 1st, 2026, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Montreal Canadiens versus Carolina Hurricanes. The Canadiens and Hurricanes face off on Thursday, and the pricing is going to tilt toward Carolina at home for pretty obvious reasons. They are a legitimate title threat, they usually control the run of play, and they have taken 8 of the last 10 meetings from Montreal. Still, the number being hung on this game gives Montreal a real shot to be the right side. You are getting hefty plus money on a team that has picked up points in 9 of its last 10 games, and that kind of consistency on the road is not something books love to reward for long. The Canadiens already have 10 road wins this season, and they have been a quietly reliable underdog, especially away from home. Montreal is skating like a group that knows nobody expected much from them, which is often the most dangerous type of team in this league. That nothing-to-lose vibe shows up in their road underdog mark of 11-3-5, which is the sort of record that catches the attention of anyone who tracks tickets and results side by side. With Jacob Fowler giving them calm, steady work in goal and the Nick Suzuki and Cole Caulfield pairing buzzing offensively, Montreal has more than enough firepower and structure to keep this within a single goal, if not push Carolina into yet another overtime coin flip. So while Carolina is still the stronger roster on paper, the combination of their banged-up blue line and Montreal's form makes the plus goals with the Canadiens feel like the smarter way to lean against the spread here. As our first pick for this matchup, the Montreal Canadiens to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Carolina arrives having won 2 of its last 3, but that ugly performance against Pittsburgh is still fresh, and it reminded everyone that their offense can stall for stretches. On home ice this season, the Hurricanes sit at 13-6-1, which usually hints at strong offensive support, yet the recent sample has leaned more toward controlled, lower event hockey. Montreal counters with an 11-3-5 record on the road, and they have been locking things down when they do win, allowing 2 goals or fewer in 3 of their last 5 outings. That kind of defensive trend matters when you stack it against a home team that has been playing tighter, lower-scoring games in each of its last 4. Bussi has been very sharp in the crease for Carolina, and that matters just as much as any systems talk here. If he continues to give them quality starts and Montreal continues to protect Fowler with cleaner breakouts and better gaps, you get a game script that tilts toward a grind rather than a track meet. So, while both teams have the talent to pop for goals and spots, the recent form, the goaltending, and the way these numbers are lining up all point toward a total that lands on the lower side rather than blowing past the number. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Detroit Red Wings versus Pittsburgh Penguins. Detroit has clearly had the stronger season so far, with more wins and more points than Pittsburgh, and that does matter when you zoom out a bit. The catch is the schedule spot, because playing on both New Year's Eve and New Year's Day is a rough back-to-back for any team, even one riding a good stretch of form. Even with that rough setup, Detroit is skating with a ton of confidence right now, and that kind of swagger can cover up tired legs for stretches. John Gibson has outplayed the Penguins goalies over the last few weeks, which gives the edge in recent crease form to the Red Wings side of the matchup, even if the rest factor tilts the other way a bit. Pittsburgh is always dangerous in their own building, no real surprise there, but without Malkin in the lineup, their center depth takes a real hit, and that opens the door for Detroit's middle six to control some key matchups down the middle. The Red Wings have turned close games into a bit of a specialty lately, living in that 1-goal margin and finding ways to sneak out results, which can be annoying if you are against them and very pleasant if you are holding their ticket. So, even acknowledging the tough schedule spot, the confidence level, the recent goaltending edge, and the matchup advantages down the middle all point toward Detroit being a very live side on the money line in this spot. As our first pick for this matchup, the Detroit Red Wings money line is our full game side pick. Pittsburgh's games have been lively, with almost 7 goals on average over their last 5, which tells you the scoring chances are there at both ends of the ice. Detroit on the road has leaned toward fireworks too, with the over-cashing in 60% of their away games, and that is not a throwaway stat when you are talking about a team that can skate and finish like they can. Both offenses sit in the top tier of the league for power play efficiency, so any parade to the penalty box could flip the feel of this game very quickly into something wide open and a little chaotic. Stuart Skinner is still settling into the Penguins system, and when a goalie is adjusting, even small coverage mistakes or late reads can turn into extra goals against, especially against a Red Wings group that can punish soft spots in coverage. All of that, the fast pace, the strong power plays, the recent scoring trends, and the adjustment curve in net on one side, points toward a back and forth kind of game with plenty of quality looks and a very real chance for the total to push well past the projected number. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Tampa Bay Lightning versus Los Angeles Kings. The goaltending gap really feels like the tipping point in this New Year's Day matchup. The Kings are tough in their own building and they play a very structured, disciplined style, but David Rittich is still a clear drop-off from a locked-in Andrei Vasilevsky in a game that could hinge on 1 or 2 big saves. Tampa Bay's power play is always lurking, and it is reasonable to expect that unit to cash in on at least one opportunity here. With the way Nikita Kucherov and Jake Guentzel are rolling right now, that extra edge with the man advantage starts to look even bigger, especially against a Kings group whose offense sits down in that 22nd slot in the league and often struggles to trade punches with elite top-end talent. Honestly, that is where the tempo of this game can tilt, because if Los Angeles has to chase it all, their limited scoring punch becomes even more of a problem. I'm still not seeing what exactly the Kings have done to justify being priced as favorites in this spot. They have not found anything close to consistent offense, and the fact they have only 5 home wins on the season undercuts the idea that home ice alone should swing this number their way. On the other side, the Lightning are simply playing better hockey overall and already have 12 road wins, which speaks to how well they travel and how comfortable they are taking their game into hostile buildings and still dictating terms. The Lightning are the better team in the bigger picture and, over time in this kind of market, backing the better team when you are getting the more favorable price is exactly how you stack profit instead of chasing narratives. So for New Year's Day, I am leaning toward Tampa Bay as one of the stronger money line looks on the board, even if the market is trying to nudge you toward the home side. As our first pick for this matchup, the Tampa Bay Lightning money line is our full game side pick. Despite all that firepower, this matchup has the feel of a more defensive, chess-like battle rather than a track meet where every rush turns into a scoring chance. The Kings are very good at clogging up the neutral zone and dragging the pace down, almost slowing the game to a crawl when they are on script. They have gone under the total in 6 of their last 8 home games, which fits that grinding, patient style they like to lean on in their own rink. With Vasilevsky in goal for the Lightning, high-danger chances for the Kings are likely to be limited even further, especially when you consider that Los Angeles does not have a lot of truly high-end scoring depth outside of that top line. Put those pieces together, and you get a picture of a tight scoreline sitting somewhere in that 3-1 or 3-2 range, rather than a wild New Year's goal fest. The systems both teams prefer, the quality and net on the Tampa side, and the Kings' modest offensive ceiling all stack up toward a finish that stays under the 6-goal number rather than racing past it. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed, subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.